How Sarasota County is making sure those with medical needs are prepared before a storm hits. Plus, today is also the first day of the Hurricane Tax-Free Week. We'll show you what you need to put on your shopping list. And the city of Sarasota is working to improve the way it removes debris following a hurricane. How that new plan will benefit residents. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Topping our news tonight, a popular beach spot on North Longboat Key is seeing some issues. Roots sticking out of the sand have made it more difficult for people to get to the beach, including law enforcement. ABC7's Rick Adams has more on how it got to this point and what the plans are to fix it.
Well, I'm here on the path to Beer Can Island. Prior to subtropical storm Alberto, this path had been clear, but now, as you can see, it's lined with mangrove stumps. To get here, folks had to walk their way through this mess. Last week's storm washed away sand and left the path to Beer Can Island, also known as Greer Island, with mangrove roots popping out of the sand.
You just have to be careful, but it's just a little sad, more than frightening.
A big issue with these mangrove stumps is emergency access to the island. Longboat Key police typically ride an all-terrain vehicle up and down this path, but with all these roots sticking out, that can't happen right now. They either have to do the long walk, which could take up to around 10 minutes, or utilize their boat.
The ATV gets us out here quicker. It's not as strenuous to ride it out here. And then if we were to have to take someone off the beach, either for a medical or for an arrest, rather than walking them out through these stumps, they're able to ride on the ATV.
Police say the plan is to cut the stumps to clear the path and possibly add more sand, but those options still need to be discussed with town officials.
It is a good idea, just because if somebody gets in trouble over there, if I fall down over there, I need somebody to come get me.
And at this point, it's not known exactly when all this will be taken care of, but police say they're hopeful it's much sooner than later. Reporting from Longboat Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7. Your Suncoast News.
Okay, Rick, thank you very much. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast for the weekend ahead. A lot of us having our fingers crossed, Bob, that it will be nice.
Yes, finally here too, Jacqueline. We're looking at a really nice weekend ahead as a result of high pressure moving in, which will suppress any kind of significant rain. Now, there's always a slight chance for an isolated shower during this time of year, and that if it does develop, I think it would be mainly inland. We'll look at that high pressure to keep things nice through Monday, and then you wouldn't normally see a cold front come down this time of year, but there's a weak one that's going to make its way through on Tuesday. We'll explain about that and the timing and how cool things may get, and you can guess it's not going to get that cool. Some showers still lingering tonight, mainly down near Fort Myers. We have some in Highlands County as well, stretching up to just east of Orlando. Not much going on near the coast, and it should stay quiet overnight and, as I said, throughout much of the weekend as a result of that large area of high pressure. Now, as far as the day planner goes for Saturday, well, it looks to be pretty good. Just a few clouds around now and again, but I think more sun than clouds tomorrow. High temperatures will be in the mid-80s at the area beaches. That's nice, and a little upper 80s, a little warmer well inland. We'll have more on the rest of the weekend into the cold front on Tuesday coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. We'll talk to you soon. Emergency Management is urging medically dependent residents to sign up for its medical needs program as part of its hurricane evacuation plan in order to avoid some of the issues they ran into last year. ABC7's Jess Dowderick explains what has changed to make hurricane season more smooth this year.
The disability community really fell through the cracks with the storm.
Olivia Babis was born without arms.
I'm fairly independent at home. I can dress myself, use the restroom, these types of things by myself.
Babis chose not to evacuate before Hurricane Irma made landfall.
Things are set up to accommodate me in my home. That's not the environment in the shelter.
If she would have evacuated to a special needs shelter,
I'm in an environment where I might need personal care where I don't need that at home. So that adds an extra level of anxiety in making those decisions, and a lot of times that's discouragement for people with disabilities to evacuate.
Babis says people with disabilities ended up stranded in their apartments during Irma.
And we could have ended up with a very dangerous, catastrophic situation and ended up with deaths within the disability community.
Babis says Sarasota's special needs shelters aren't set up for people like her. The county says they're more so for the people with medical dependencies. So this year, emergency management is referring to them as medical needs shelters.
We want people that need to have that support of having nurses and respiratory therapists and the oxygen.
Emergency Management Chief Ed McCrane says anyone who needs power or electricity to survive is medically dependent. There are still plans for 2 medical dependent shelters and a third as a backup. Babis is hoping if a hurricane rolls through this year, things will be different.
We need to be working with the disability community and including them in these conversations.
Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Our medically dependent emergency management wants you to sign up for the list now. There are already about 2,500 people on the list, up from 1,700 from when Irma hit. Also this year, pets are permitted at these special needs shelters. The city of Sarasota is working to improve the way it removes debris following a hurricane. Public Works has hired 2 additional subcontractors in addition to the one it already has to help clean up debris if a hurricane hits the Suncoast again. While the city feels that debris was cleaned up in a reasonable amount of time following Irma, Public Works Director Doug Jeffcoat says there's always room for improvement.
The contractor that we had was very responsive to us. Now, it probably wasn't picked up as quickly as all of our residents would have loved to have it picked up, but from a time frame and compared to other communities, we were picked up in a very responsive time.
These subcontractors can be used following other natural disasters like tornadoes or any man-made disaster as well. Marking the beginning of hurricane season, the Gulf Coast Community Foundation in Venice says they're standing by to raise money. Last year, during Hurricane Irma, the Laurel community was hit hard, and the residents there struggled to get their homes cleaned up. The foundation raised money for local nonprofits who could directly hand out money to those in need. The Laurel Civic Association got $10,000, and community leaders say it was crucial.
The people that I help are single elderly women or families who didn't have the means to get a big old tree off their house.
The foundation says if another storm hits their area, they will be ready to help. Well, there's no time like the present to start getting your supplies ready for hurricane season. Ed McCrane with the Sarasota County Emergency Management Operations says it's encouraging that people get their homes ready now, saying no one should wait until a hurricane warning to get the supplies needed for a storm.
So we believe everybody should be prepared for a minimum of 72 hours. So you have a 3-day kit of supplies to last you for after the storm. It's better to have at least a week. We know we lost power in some cases for up to 11 days. So people need to put together a supply kit. They can look at scgov.net. They can look at ReadyGov. They can pick up one of our disaster guides.
Today is the beginning of a week-long sales tax holiday for hurricane items. From today until June 7th, state and local sales taxes will be lifted on disaster supplies. Among a long list of items that will be tax-free, many include reusable ice packs, candles, flashlights, lanterns, gas and diesel fuel containers, batteries, coolers and ice chests, weather radios, and portable generators. A Holmes Beach man is found guilty of attempted first-degree murder in the stabbing and slashing of his roommate. Andrew Helderman held the female victim hostage at knife point in her bathroom and stabbed her multiple times, including a cut that measured from her right ear to her left ear across her throat. The Anna Maria Police Department and Manatee County Sheriff's Office responded to the home where the two were living, and Helderman was found kneeling over the victim with the knife still protruding from her neck. She was rushed to Blake Medical Center where she received medical attention for multiple stab wounds and did survive that attack. Helderman now faces the possibility of life behind bars. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies are asking for your help to find a man wanted in connection with a robbery at UTC. Detectives identified him as 52-year-old Everett Williams, who they say entered K Jewelers in December and asked to see several diamond engagement rings. He then snatched them from the salesperson's hand and ran out of the mall into a silver or gray sedan. Anyone with information is asked to call Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. And a jury is awarding a Florida family $4 in damages in the shooting death of a St. Lucie County man. The shooting happened back in 2014 when sheriff's deputies went to Gregory Hill Jr.'s home on a noise complaint. The deputy who answered the call says Hill had a handgun when he answered the door and then closed it. The deputy shot through the door 4 times, killing Hill. The jury found the sheriff only 1% responsible. That means the damages awarded came out to $1 for funeral expenses and $1 for each child's loss of a parent. The family's attorney plans to file a motion for a new trial in U.S. District Court, and if that's denied, to the U.S. 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. In consumer news tonight, Sarasota may soon see more affordable housing in the next few years. The Sarasota Housing Authority announcing today its plans to build 130 affordable housing units near the intersection of Lemon Avenue and 9th Street. The Lofts on Lemon project would target families earning less than $50,000, charging a family of 3 as low as $949 for a 2-bedroom apartment. City leaders believe more affordable housing is a necessity in Sarasota and would pose many long-term benefits.
We have so many people that are commuting to downtown and the city of Sarasota from the surrounding, more affordable communities that if we don't do something about that, that is going to continue to be a major problem for our community.
The project received an award for $14 million in tax credits, and city commissioners approved a $3 million investment towards that project. The Housing Authority is also looking to raise another $4 million. Well, the May jobs report is in, and the numbers are looking good this year. Unemployment dropped to 3.8% in May, the lowest rate since the year 2000. Employers added 223,000 jobs in May, exceeding expectations. Unemployment has been dropping steadily for years, and wages also grew in May, up 2.7% compared to just a year earlier. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, is a Roseanne reboot in the works again? And what this man caught on camera while he was out fishing.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
My credit score was not that great. I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
had our hurricane special this evening at 7 o'clock. A lot of people tuned in, but for those who maybe weren't able to catch it, what options do they have?
It's going to be on mysuncoast.com, so you'll see it there as well. And we'll be rebroadcasting that throughout the season, too. And when a storm threatens or near it, we're going to show it again. I want to thank everyone who called in and all the people that answered the phones. We had Ed McCrane here, as well as Sherilyn Burris from the EOC Chiefs of Manatee and Sarasota counties. And Red Cross was here, FPL was here, and they were sitting there answering your calls, and I've got a lot of notes here. I've already spent about an hour and a half calling people back to answer some of their questions that they have.
I'm glad
I'm going to do these on Monday. I don't want to call you too late, okay? So a very successful program. Shout out to our director, too, Chris Westlake, for doing a great job. There are a lot of moving parts in that program there. Casey Key webcam showing beautiful conditions out there out on the waters. And again, that's what we're going to see over the weekend. Yes, finally, good boating weather for people. It's been a couple of weekends. We haven't had much success at that, but things are going to be good for folks on the beaches too, just walking up and down them. Sam getting this beautiful shot here to end this Friday. Another one from Susan coming up from Terracea. Richard, this is looking nice out there, and it'll be the same tomorrow night, so get out there and check it out. Sunset Mike also sending a photo in. That's from the Manatee River, it looks like, or nearby. Water vapor imagery showing that trough of low pressure moving to the southwest. There's an upper level low spinning right here. We're still getting a stream of moisture coming up, but it's not nearly as intense as it was for the past couple of weeks, really. High pressure dominating off the east coast of Florida right now, and that's going to be the big feature, I think, through the weekend. This high pressure will win out and keep our skies rather mild. It will be noticeably humid, though. What we're going to get is a more west to southwesterly wind component, which brings in that higher humidity value at times, but it'll be in the lower levels of the atmosphere. The upper levels not nearly as moist as it has been. Had some pretty big storms today, firing up along the sea breeze front, but most of that was inland, not much along the coast, and I think that will be continuing too. Now, with a west wind during the summer months anyway, you sometimes get a shower or two in the morning hours right near the coast, and that may be a possibility tomorrow. That rain chance only at 20% though. You can see some of the activity still hanging on in southeast DeSoto County, but most of it's over for the majority of us tonight. We don't expect any rainfall, and there wasn't much near the coast today, although down near Inglewood and in Northport and just to the east of Venice, they had nearly 6/10 of an inch. By the way, record-setting rainfall for the month of May in Venice and in Northport and in Punta Gorda. Now, they haven't been keeping records long enough in Inglewood to really give us a record-breaking one there, but they certainly had over 12 inches of rainfall. In fact, one viewer said they had 14 inches at her particular location. So a lot of rain, and that's not in the picture, though, for the weekend. If we see anything at all, a slight chance for a shower. 79, still warm. It's still muggy, and that's what I'm telling you, is that we're going to see muggy conditions over the weekend due to that west to southwesterly wind. The dew point fairly high. The high today was 86, and we'll be close to that number again tomorrow, maybe a little bit warmer inland areas. And as far as rainfall goes, no rain to report today, and it should stay dry through Monday. Here comes a front, though. Here's Saturday evening. That front falls away. Now, it'll be close enough to us. It's still kind of hanging out. We may see a little additional clouds on Sunday, but not a lot of rain anticipated. The second front on Sunday night will be just to the north of Florida. This will eventually move and get a little push through our area on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, bringing with it a chance for showers and increasing clouds. Tomorrow, though, looks nice. A few clouds down again, but I think more sun than clouds. UV index will be at an 11 tomorrow as a result of the high pressure ridge. And for the most part, it's fairly inactive across the southeast after some pretty big storms earlier today where they had severe weather watches and warnings into central Georgia. For boaters tomorrow, it looks nice. Seas running 2 feet or less with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Here's the extended forecast as we see it. 20% chance for showers on Saturday and Sunday, even into Monday. That front comes down, gets close, 40% chance. Not great, but there'll be a few showers around. Notice the low temperatures will be just a little bit cooler. That's all we can muster out of that cold front, and there's not much to it. There's not many cold fronts that come down during this time of year. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. The second annual St. Armand Seafood and Music Festival is set for tomorrow and Sunday after being rescheduled from last weekend. Organizers postponed the festivities due to concerns from subtropical storm Alberto. The event will be at St. Armand Circle Park and offer delicious food and live music. General admission is also free. That festival will run from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. New at 11, a grisly discovery in Springfield, Massachusetts. Police using ground-penetrating radar. Tonight, they're looking for more bodies at a home where they have already found 3. They believe they've caught a serial killer. The arrest of Stuart Weldon on a kidnapping charge led them to that property.
We're looking for objects underneath the surface. Radio waves will kick back and indicate to us whether there's an object there. It can also detect disturbed earth, which would indicate any kind of excavation.
Officials have not connected Weldon to the deaths, but police say their investigation is just beginning. He remains behind bars on a $1 million bond. At a hearing today, the judge in the Golden State Killer case decided to release new information, including details about arrests and search warrants. Joseph James D'Angelo is suspected in at least a dozen murders and 50 rapes starting in the mid-1970s. The newly released documents show investigators collecting DNA from D'Angelo's car door handle and a tissue found in his home trash can. Other records give graphic details of the crimes and descriptions of items taken from victims, including wedding bands, handbags, and a hairbrush. Investigators linked D'Angelo to the killings by submitting crime scene DNA into a genealogical website. Well, just days after canceling Roseanne, ABC executives are reportedly looking for a way to reboot the show yet again, possibly with some kind of spin-off. Now, some insiders say ABC is in preliminary talks to bring a version of the Roseanne show back, but without her. The move could employ the more than 200 crew members and cast who lost their jobs after the sudden cancellation. However, a source with knowledge of the matter says a new show deal could be complicated because of the terms of Barr's contract. We'll stay with us. Sports is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Tonight, Kimmel's got the always risky Johnny Knoxville.
You're really like a bad stuntman.
Plus the stunning Jenna Dewan.
That was like mind blowing.
And Franz Ferdinand rocks the outdoor stage.
So great.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, tonight on ABC.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Now, sports.
It took a couple extra innings, but Venice High School's baseball team has another championship under their belt, winning 3-1, beating Pace High School out of Santa Rosa County. It was a long night in Fort Myers last night, with the game going to 9 innings and a 20-minute delay in the 8th, with the game ending close to 1 o'clock in the morning. It's Venice's 5th state championship, dating back to 2007. Not only did the baseball team win this year, but the volleyball team and the football team have a championship this year as well. Venice's athletic director credits the longevity of his coaching staff and community support.
When we fill the house, which we do, like last night at the state championship, half of Venice was there. They like that. It gets them pumped, people cheering for them, and I think that's part of the game.
And another Suncoast team playing in state baseball championships. Today, the Sarasota Sailors beat Strawberry Crest out of Hillsborough County by the score of 5-2. The Sailors will now advance to the state championship game. Well, we are in the middle of both the NBA and NHL finals, and while fans might think they're into it now, the game may look a whole lot different years down the line, all stemming from a recent Supreme Court decision. The ruling from the Supreme Court does not mean that sports betting is all of a sudden legal everywhere. Instead, it just opens the door for states to decide. All of the major pro sports leagues are open to the coming possibilities, but emphasize a commitment to maintaining the integrity of their respective games.
This is just a way to get deeper into that exploration of what it means to be a fan. I think we need to get it out of the notion of it's gambling. It's less gambling than it is in buying a stock on Wall Street, I believe.
Ultimately, it would be up to Florida legislators to make a decision here in the Sunshine State, but there is a ballot amendment later this year, Amendment 3, giving voters an exclusive right to decide whether to authorize casino gambling in the state of Florida, which could make the decision of allowing sports betting a bit more complicated. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto number straight ahead.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California closet's story.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Bios.
Well, take a look at this. A manta ray leaping out of the water, all caught on camera by a Texas fisherman named Mark De La Rosa, who was fishing on Tuesday when he recorded what he first thought was a dolphin. He says, there it is right there. He says it's the largest ray that he has ever seen up close. I think if I saw that at first, I would think it was a dolphin as well, but wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. They're hard to catch on camera too, because they usually only jump like once or twice and that's it, and then they're done for a while. So I've seen them jump before. I've never caught them on camera, but we'll see what happens in the future. Looking at a good weekend for boaters or kayakers or whatever you want to do out there. Seas will be running less than 2 feet.
All right, thank you so much, Bob, and thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend.